two tests over a lengthy period of time at the transition where we no longer want to be long. Got to be on the lookout here for the short, don't we? I'm short. I'm just finding that the current environment, when you get first mouse, second mouse, those multiple failures, just like what I drew, they are the best spots to be entering on the short side. So that was a beauty, wasn't it? Out of the transition. That was a funny trade. Like, I could hardly get any size on it at all, but it was an observation trade. Have a look at the deviation. See this here? Multiple failures and then attempts to break through, boom, and not again. So when I saw this, to me, that was just an extension of that. And what do we know when we see a market maker tend to push that up on no liquidity? That anyone who does get long will get pummeled. So it was a really straightforward short. And this here is more exiting than is up there. So what you can conclude, I mean, some of this is that we might be top heavy there on the short side. Transition, while it was from the ASX period and obviously that session's gone, can't deny the fact that that is actually an intraday transition area now. So what started out as something from the ASX only area, has developed through the course of the day as something meaningful. And I think the key with this here is this is what other traders don't see. I see this playing a role. Oh, look at it. Form through here. And this is a clear attempt. Right, so here it is, failing to get through, gets through, fails again. Oh, gets through, no, can't get through, fails. And that to me is just another one of these. It's just lower down. So when we got up there again, to me it's the same. That's how I view that, whereas I'm not sure that's what other traders are saying. And of course, like all of these things, a bit of time had passed. So let's say it pushes up and does the same thing. I won't touch it. It takes a while for everyone to register what was going on. Second time around, they'll be right onto it. If you'd lost money there, like good traders lose money. I have losing trades. And my approach is that I then try and work out why. Does every trader do that? I wouldn't think so. But I reckon there's probably plenty of good traders who do. And whether they did or didn't lose money, I bet you they're asking the question, what happened there? And so if they don't already know, they'll soon will. And that's why acting early and then not doing the trade when the outcome's known, it's an enormous edge for us. I went short off that tiny little box up the top. Why? Set play, have a look at the deviation. Look at it, bang, bang, bang. We're still in the Asian session, no longer long. Cool, isn't it? Super cool. And another part of this was someone in here was putting on some size on the short side and getting a hand from a market maker, obviously. So I figured that, that sort of size is not someone about to get roasted. So it's just siding with the market maker, not with the victim. Okay, so when I look at the bottom view, there's absolutely an interest here for maybe not moving right to the lows, just to, if anyone is short, cut them off before they get to get out. So I'm front running that area. And there's something that you'll notice when you start doing this, which also gives you some conviction and confidence that you're in the right spots, is you're nailing where the volume is. So where did I exit? Into that. That's the flip-flop, isn't it? I actually got in late and it might cost me. That there is potentially a trap if this is definitely a flip-flop. Alrighty, I reckon that buyer got out. Look at that, 44.44, that's market making. So what they've done there, I believe, is they've made money to get other traders to think that they should stay short. Could be wrong. When I look at the distribution, who's the biggest group to get hurt? Shorts. So they're just selling the story of getting short, when in actual fact, they traded the long side. Now, I don't know for sure. Obviously, I'm hypothesizing. So we're expecting now, if I was correct about what I was saying before, for this thing to rip to the upside. I've got London's data from yesterday up. That's all offside as well, like tons of selling. Okay, so there's some clock pressure too. So the low hanging fruit for us, it's not a lot, it's just in here. But what we might find is that just because of the clock and etc., that it actually overshoots the mark. So putting all that together, I did lift the market, but I am offside by a basis point. All right, here we go with the pressure. More selling coming in, but the market is pushing up. Okay, so this is working so far. And as far as reading the tape's concerned, it's on an upward trajectory. If it starts to fail here, I'm out. Like if it just stalls and we don't really get much, I'm going to nick off because I've watched this behavior enough times. I'm just trying to front run actually a big area here. I've brought my target in because of the clock. I'm done. that's me done today.